to bring the car on the ferry. Like, I mean, the first thing that you say is, "Oh man, that's going to hurt your pocket."
Yeah, we like show. We're like,
yeah, I know. Whenever we realized that it was like $12 just to get on the ferry, just to walk on the ferry, like, okay, that's a big price difference, right? So we're like,
so it's $24.
Yeah,
per person.
So
round trip.
So it was $24 a person.
$12 per person.
Oh, $24 for both of us. Okay, gotcha. Yep. Anyways, so like the price difference.
Yeah. So we get on, and the ferry ride's cool. If you haven't been on the ferry system in Washington State, it's awesome. So it was definitely worth that aspect of it. Just should have brought the car.
Yeah.
That's the main point.
Yeah. I mean,
when we got to the island, Friday Harbor is like 2 streets.
Yeah.
It's a cool little town, but it's like 2 streets. So that was something that we probably should have looked into a little more before we rolled out, but
yeah,
lesson learned.
Yeah, so we went and ate. What was the name of the? It was Blue Fish Bar and Grill.
Yeah, I got it here. Blue Water Bar and Grill.
Yeah,
which was really good.
It was good. Yeah, I mean, we started off though. It was, and we had some.
We had calamari. We had 1 appetizer and then 2 entrees.
Right, calamari.
And we both had a drink.
Right, so I got
$75.
Yes. So we both got calamari, or we shared calamari. I got a fried chicken, and
I got fish tacos.
Right. I got a Long Island iced tea, and you got.
I got an Alaskan amber.
Yeah. So
altogether, that was a $75 meal. So that, like, we found out later, there's a place called Herb's Tavern, just like right across the street next to an espresso bar called the Crow's Nest.
Yeah.
And they had calamari.
Wait. What's your last name?
Crow.
And what was that place called?
The Crow's Nest.
Yeah. Right.
So they had calamari, and my appetizer for calamari, the one we shared, was $13.99.
Yeah.
But at Herb's, it was $7.99.
Yep.
So while it was really good, that would have shaved off $5 or $6.
Right. So that's like.
So yeah, let's add up the $75 on the running tab on what we spent and where we could have saved.
Yeah. So I mean, this is just now we're only talking about the food portion, right? Lessons learned. If we want to save a little bit of money, we know the place to go where it has cheaper food and cheaper drinks. My Midori sour at this place was $6. When I bartended in Kansas, the Midori sour was $7.50. So.
Yeah, and I had a Scottish ale, so it was just delicious, and it was only like $5.50 or something, so it wasn't bad. As far as like if you get a domestic beer at a lot of bars and clubs, it'll be about $5. And this was an import, so that was pretty good.
Yeah. So while we were sitting there, we decided, what we were going to do. We got the map out, and we wanted to go see a lighthouse, which was on like the west side of the island.
Yeah.
And so we got our server saw the taxi driver and went and got him for us, and he was
Orca Transit or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a little van service, but it was really cool. The guy we got with Steve was awesome. He's like a ex-hippie, but he knew a lot about the island.
Very knowledgeable about the island.
9-mile drive. He was telling us all kinds of cool stories.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
But here's the kicker. He wasn't going to the west side of the island. He was going to the east side of the island.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to go anywhere, because we didn't take the car, we had to go to. He had to go pick up another group of people. So we had to go to the east side of the island, and you can see in the footage, what we did and where we went.
It took us to some crazy place that I can't remember the name of now, but we had it in the video. We have the name that we can edit in here.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, it was beautiful to watch. Had it not been so cloudy, the sunset would have been stellar. It was still beautiful without the
definitely.
sunset. And so it was definitely worth it. But that was $45.
That was $45. I thought he said $25.
Yeah,
and it ended up being $45.
Yeah.
This is what I think it is. I think they did tell us $25, but then once we actually got inside the taxi, oh wait, the price just went up.
Or it was like per person, something like that.
Maybe, but it still doesn't add up.
Yeah. So, whatever. It was like, so he took us out there. dropped us off. We like checked out the local area. There's crazy red trees. Like they didn't look real. Like the bark was like this paper, and it like came off. And
At first, I thought somebody like just took a marker and just kind of like wrote on the.
It looked like paint.
And the thing is so you took off that red, and there wasn't even bark underneath it. It was like you can push in on it. It was, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
So if you know what kind of tree that is, drop it in the comments.
Definitely. Let us know.
I've never seen anything like that. But yeah, so there was that. I mean, it was definitely worth it as far as I'm concerned. But in hindsight, we're like, okay, so we spent X amount of dollars, which where are we at now? And then we came back to Herb's and we got two drinks, which was like $12.
Yeah, I got my Midori sour, which was $6, and you got your beer, which is what, right before?
It was $5.50.
$5.50.
So
man, whoever
we spent $157 today, which isn't bad.
But we could have
and it was $10 for parking.
Right. So let's take 40. Okay. Let's
$167.
So let's take $45 out of that because we went ahead to take the taxi service.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Well, hold on. So had we taken the car, it would have been 65, right?
Right.
And then we wouldn't have paid the parking fee. We wouldn't have paid the taxi. So then it would have just been our meal, which we could have saved money on. Hold on, let me scratch that. Because had we gone to Herb, we could have, or Herb, whatever it was, Herb's Tavern, we could have saved $5. And then, like, that Reuben looked really good that the chick had at the counter.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we probably could have saved $20 on the meal. So let's say $55 for the meal. $120 versus $167. So we would have saved
basically the fare, the $45, the taxi fare.
Yeah.
And then you had how big of a tip did you leave?
Oh, I left a $30 tip.
Right. Yeah.
We both left $10 tips at so we were at 167. So we both left $10 tips to the bartender or the waiter, and then I left a $30 tip for the driver. So that was $217.
Well, I mean,
good Lord.
Was it worth it? Like
for the first time through, yeah.
Yeah,
and now we know where to save the cash.
If we come back, we're going to save money next time.
Yeah.
And we know what to do.
And we'll be able to see more because we'll have the car. Because I'm not leaving it this next time.
So while we're over there by the water, what was your thoughts of, like, the water was nice and calm. Then we walk over to another section not too far away.
And it started going
just
crazy.
went crazy. Like, I don't know if it was because the sun, like, was almost completely set or what it was.
I don't know if maybe it was ripple waves from, like, a boat or something that had passed through. I remember that speedboat came through, like, prior.
Maybe, or maybe it was just Mother Nature telling us to get away from her area.
Possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's definitely worth it.
Right.
It's definitely worth it. It just, places could have shaved a couple bucks. So, I don't think there was anything else as far as money was concerned.
No, yeah. I would have rather spent less, but I like to enjoy yourself. Usually, you have to spend money. So.
Yeah, and Friday Harbor was definitely cool. Mm-hmm. You can tell it's a touristy thing though, and it's coming to the end of their tourist season. So I want to come back. We were talking about this. I want to come back during the non-tourist season and just kind of see what it's like. Because if you get run to the island whenever it's non-tourist season, the guy was saying it gets down to a population of 2,500 during non-tourist season, but the deer outnumber the people. I want to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
And it doesn't get cold enough. Like I used to camp in like negative 14 degrees, so I'm all about coming camping. Because they said it doesn't get very cold here. I'm like, well, if this is the coldest it's going to get, then
we'll hold them accountable to that. We'll see.
So, and the driver lived in a garage, an attic above a garage.
Wait, he called it the Princess Suite or something like that?
I was like, oh, and it's $500 a month to live in a garage like an animal like I do now. So I could live out here for the same price.
Right, and he even said like rent out here was like $800, $900 a month. I'm like,
if you come in during the summertime. If you come in a few weeks, then the rent will drop. So.
And so the thing is, it's even on its prime season. Like it's cheaper than what I'm paying for my apartment in Seattle.